Yeah, I don't know what happened there on the outlays and overlays and all that stuff. It seemed like it was starting and then it stopped. Then another one came in and started and it stopped. But oh well, we keep it moving. Welcome to the Parts Unknown, everybody. The Claus and
Yeah.
Clem show is on the air tonight. Anyways, some news. A fight that happened Saturday, another fight that's coming up in about 4 days, and some more interesting news, but that's about it. What are you saying?
I had a eventful weekend, ripping and running around, and then football was pretty eventful.
Oh
But
my
everything
God,
kind of
the divisional playoffs
everything.
was on fire.
Yes, yeah. So, the
Four games,
Bills
four
Chiefs.
games that went to the last play. Craziness.
Yeah, and I felt bad for the Bills Chiefs because it's like you knew whoever won the coin toss was going to win the game. You know,
I hate, I
just
hate it.
that
They
going.
definitely changed their rules. I hate it.
I know,
I
but
hate it.
what would you suggest though? See I just.
Okay, here's what I suggest: each team gets a ball. If both teams score a touchdown, whoever gets the ball next scores, the game's over with. Let's not prolong it any more than we need to. At least one
Well,
team, at least both teams should get at least one possession. Then after that, defend. If you can't defend, you don't deserve to win. You don't deserve to move on. Simple.
yeah. I mean, it's the fact that it does kind of suck that the other team don't get a position. To me, too much is weighed on the coin toss.
Correct.
I just don't know. Short of kicking it off, I know some people talk about spotting the ball and doing some
Nah.
other stuff. I'm like, and these
Mm-mm.
are pros. These ain't ranked amateurs. And then when you talk about the playoffs, you talk about the best of the best.
Yep.
You kind of want it settled on the field, kind of
Yep.
thing, until somebody run out of bullets. That's just me.
Right.
I've been on both sides as a Saints fan. I've been on both sides, both as the guy who got the ball and Drew scored, and then like Minnesota, Drew didn't get the ball. Minnesota called the toss. They won it. They got the ball.
Yep.
Kirk Cousins went down there, scored.
We all know what happened.
That was it.
Yep.
So it's just a matter of I don't know. I really don't know. Usually when it's like a field goal to win the game, that's kind of finite because it's like, all right, well, I do agree with the field goal touchdown thing. They definitely don't need to go to a college system.
No, no, no. No need.
They too good. They too good to do that.
You don't need all that.
No, but I do think both teams do need to get the ball.
Yep.
I almost would say unless it's like a special teams touchdown.
Yeah.
Like,
Now, the defense gets safety, the game's over with, in my opinion. Because if the defense scores a touchdown, the game should be over. Because defenses, they don't usually score points.
You know what? This would be a complete radical idea. And I'm sure it would be universally hated. But I think it would be something that I think that could be used to truly, when it comes to the balance of the whole team. Since we know both offenses are going to score, we know both
Correct.
defenses can't stop nobody. That only
Facts.
leaves one side of the ball left, which is special teams. So this is what I say. I say you do a kickoff.
Okay.
The thing is just trying to figure out how to enforce it, because if they decide to kick the ball out of bounds or whatever, but you know what? I got one better. You do a punt. No, you do a drop kick. You know, like how they do where they do the
Yep.
somebody get a safety,
Yep.
somebody get a safety. You do a kick. You do one, they do one. Whoever has the greatest gain of gain of yards gain wins.
That's not a bad idea. It's a better idea than all the other ones. I don't see nothing wrong with
Because
that
you know the
idea.
defenses are tired by that point, and the offense is just going to keep scoring up and down. And so
Exactly.
think about it. And usually at that point, if something ends up going screwy, it's going to be special teams. It's either they miss the PAT, or they only get a field goal, or they miss a field goal, and the other team, all they got to do is come on the field, get a field goal, game is over.
Yeah.
So I know some people talk about kickoffs with field goals and having field goals. I ain't doing all that. I would do the drop kick because that's the one thing of the game. Because that way you can't really do a kickoff where you're gonna kick the ball out of bounds. You know what I'm
Agree.
saying? Yeah, you really can't do that. And then whoever advances, you do one kickoff, they do one kickoff. Whoever advances the ball the most off of that kickoff wins, and that's it. Done. Overtime done in 5 minutes.
That would
And
work.
in the
That would work.
event, I'm trying to think, what if they both got, say, 25 yards? Kick it off again. The odds of y'all both getting, nah.
Mm.
The odds are,
Yes.
unless, now, of course, I would still do the same thing where if there's a turnover during that kickoff, that's it. So let's say it's Cowboys Saints and you the Cowboys, I'm kicking off to you, and
Mm.
you fumble the ball and I recovered it, then there's no sense of you kicking to me because you lost possession.
Correct. Yes, correct.
Vice versa. If I onside kick it, no, you can't onside kick a drop kick. You can't onside kick a drop kick.
No, you can't. You cannot do
Yeah, you
that.
can't onside kick a drop kick. Because
Drop kick.
then you
No.
have somebody would try to do it just to steal the possession, but you can't onside
Correct.
kick a drop kick. Because you know that if you onside kick and they recover it, they're not going to even have yards to return the ball. So
Correct. Correct.
yeah, so you can't onside kick it. So that's out. So yeah, so you would
Right.
drop kick it just like if it was a safety. And you both return whoever gets, and if you happen the rare, it's like a 100 chance,
Mm-hmm.
that 1 in 50 chance that you both get the same yardage gain. Because
Mm-hmm.
I remember at high school, man, my high school used to do a thing of they would put the ball on the 20, your 20, for overtime. You
Yep.
get to start. The other team, they put the ball, and however you end it, other team, they put the ball on the 20. They gave them a drive start. And whoever had the most yards gained won
Mm.
on the drive. And
Interesting.
that's how they did in Georgia years ago. The pros are too good for that. Because
They're
you
too
put the
good for
ball
that.
on the 20, they both going to score 80. They're going to score again. They're going to go down 80 yards. That's not a problem. So I would say do the drop kick. That way you now putting that onus on your special teams. That's just
Yes,
me.
sir. I
And
agree.
I just
I like
literally
it.
came up with that just now. That
I
was
like
like,
that
oh,
idea.
so
Yes, sir. I like
that
that idea.
I'm just a video guy. So, yeah. So anyway, I know we wouldn't discuss that for almost 10 minutes, and that's not what
It
most
don't
of the
matter.
people
It
came
don't
here
matter.
for anyway.
Anyways, let's get to it.
Okay.
Finally. So last Saturday, as everybody knows, Sweet Fights had his first fight, which involved Alexa Brooke and Vika. Well, let's just say a lot of things happened in that fight. It was like a best 2 out of 3 fall. So or it's already he tried a new format today at this time because he got frustrated with the 20-minute thing. So he decided to do the best 2 out of 3 format to try it out. I don't think it worked out, in my opinion. I don't think it's going to work out very good because you have shorter fights when you have like best 2 out of 3.
There's the odd chance you could have a longer fight with the best
Yeah.
2 out of 3, but I seriously doubt it.
And yes, this fight was short. I'll just say that because he sent a message to their sponsors. I'll say that the match was short. Other than that, I'm not saying any more. You have to buy the video, people. I'm not going to say too much more than that. I do know that both ladies had pictures after the fight on their Twitter accounts. I'll say that.
Okay.
I
I
will
just
leave
hadn't
that.
been on social media, so I didn't look to see anything. Like I said, I
Yeah, but
supported it, and I didn't.
me
Yeah.
too.
So
I bought
okay.
the video and all that stuff. He told us sponsors what happened. Uh, I will not be surprised if he, reduces the price on this one because this one wasn't as long. If you know what I mean,
Mhm.
there's a lot of things that would happen. I understand it. It's frustrating because lately his fights haven't we haven't had a winner in any of his fights. Not trying to spoil stuff for people, but his last three fights, you haven't had a winner yet. There's always something going on somewhere, somehow. And this is
Yeah.
just another.
Yeah. Sometimes you can have a bad run or a bad luck of the draw. And I know for producers, if we're not really as a group in position to have a bunch of duds because it's bad for everyone. It's bad for the fighters. It's
Mhm.
bad for the sponsors. It's bad for the producers because it's like
And the fighters.
you don't go in expecting to have a dud. You're not. And then even though you can try to prep for it all you want, and sometimes it just happens. It just happens, and you can't
Mhm.
really do much about it. And what's done is done, and then you just try to adjust and move on. But I give credit for Sweet Fights for trying something different, trying something
Yeah,
new that you figure, and the 20 minute may not work. Let's try something best 2 out of 3, kind of thing. Because let's be honest, and I can kind of understand why he was saying 2 out of 3, because if you
me too.
really looked at a lot of his um earlier productions, that
Mhm.
that was about the going rate, you know, like roughly
Mhm.
somebody got the 2. Um, maybe it's just me. If that's what you want to go with, I would think maybe 3 out of 5, maybe, or 5 out of 7,
Yeah,
or you could do a thing of, 4 out of 7, or 20 minutes, whichever one occurs first. If you really want to protect the left, if your thing is being able to protect the left, and most of these ladies are in a business of, maybe points, not points, pay per minute, whether it's like, hey, if I know I'm only doing the X number of minutes, and then the pay reflects that. So whereas on a fight, it's not unlike UFC. The championship fight could be 5 seconds. The championship fight could be 25 minutes. It's just
correct.
you still paying the same pay per view, but I guess it's
Exactly.
a different level of competition and skill and stuff like that. So the
Mhm.
expectation level, I think, is just a little bit different. So
I agree. For me personally, for me, producer, I would start off like right, like you said, for the experience part, for the new people, I think 3 out of 5 might be good. Just to get their feet wet, not to kill them. 2 out of 3 is also a good one. 2 out of 3 falls is probably better, just starting point. Then you start building up 3 to 5, and start building the
endurance
wrestling
and
stamina
stamina.
until you get to the point where now when you have experienced people, you just go straight to the 20 minutes because they know what to do most of the time.
Right. And so
Because of the
like
experience
Alexa,
factor most of the time.
so somebody like Alexa Brooke, she is no slouch. So
Correct.
yeah. So we got a fan response. Yeah. Um yeah. So
Yeah, but this one was actually a good fight because, like you said, at least when it comes to physical and weight stature, this was almost pretty even. The only difference was one person was 10 pounds heavier than the other one, but other than that, they're both 5'10", so that made sense. This fight made a lot of sense on paper.
and Vika wasn't new either. Vika kind
No,
of, she was kind of
yeah, this was like her second fight because her debut was against Carmella, and that was in October, so she hasn't had much of a layoff as people think. And as we all know, Alexa is a veteran in the cat fight industry
oh
now.
yeah. So even
After
if
her
you
last fight
wanted
with
to do,
Lyric,
yeah, so even if you wanted to do the 20 minutes with them, it would have been fine. I
would have
don't
been
think
fine.
nobody would have been mad. But
Nah,
yeah, 2 out of 3. If something goes one sided real quick, let's be honest, Alexa got them hands, so um,
Mm-hmm.
it can go left. It can go left. I hadn't seen the like I said, I hadn't seen any communication. I ain't seen nothing, but I'm just going off of what I know. It's just that Alexa can be one of the ones where it can come get you. All right. Shout out to Mike. Mike maybe
Yes.
watching us on Twitter. Yeah,
Yes,
so
Mike.
yeah,
Shout out to
so
you, man.
yeah,
Our
so shout
brother,
out.
one of our brothers, many of brothers.
Yes, 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 yes. Um, Matter of fact, Mike, I'm a I wouldn't even mind throwing them in on a sidebar, you know.
Why not,
Um,
man?
yeah, I might
Why
do that
not?
just to have some a guest on to see get a different perspective, a different face. Um,
Exactly. Beside our
Mike,
own.
I'll be DMing you in a few minutes.
Yeah.
Let's see. What else? I know Tilly's supposed to have a fight. She announced there's a fight
Yes.
coming out 28th
Her.
or
Yeah. Yes.
24th or something.
Yes. I'm gonna go ahead. Yeah. Let's go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and talk about that one. So basically, for people who haven't known, Tilly has been on a few months hiatus because her last fight, as everyone knows, was the big one between Laura Cross and Reagan. And I think when was that? Was that in October? Was that in October last year? Yeah, I want to say it was in October last year because it was in Houston. So yeah, so she'll be on a few months hiatus, and she came up with two new girls. I'll say a little bit about them. They're both from Florida. I'll say that. So both of these girls are from Florida. One is from Orlando, and the other one is from Miami. And I'll say the fight's taking place in Tampa. So, and the two ladies' names are Mandy May and Queen Rouge. Apologies if I misspelled your name. But the fight's supposed to take place Friday, January 28th. The fight will be on Jitsi Meet. What time it starts to be determined, to be announced. We don't know what time it's going to start, but we know it's going to be in Florida. We know that
And you
Tilly's
said
going
what's
to
the
be in
date?
Florida. The
What-
28th, I think. The 28th or the 29th. I think I'm going to say the 28th because that's what she told me earlier. So I'm going
That's
to go with the
Monday.
28th.
Is
January
that a Monday?
28th? No. Monday, January 31st.
Oh, it's this month. This month, January
Yes,
28th.
January, not February, January.
Okay.
You okay? No problem. She misspelled it on her post. It's January. It's 4 days from now.
Okay.
So yeah. Tilly. Yeah, right now Tilly's shooting with your one of your people. You remember Mars McCullough, who she's doing a
Yeah.
custom shoot with, which is interesting. I found that
Okay.
very interesting. But that's what she's doing today and tomorrow.
Okay.
Interesting.
Okay.
But
Mars.
anyways, like I said, now when it comes to these two ladies, we don't know too much about them. All I know about them is, according to what Tilly said, they're aggressive, they're curvy, and they're athletic. So that's what I know when it comes to them. I don't know nothing. Hey, that's what she told me, so I'll go with that. We haven't seen them
Okay.
fight, so we have to go on that.
Right. I just the look surface, they
Mm-hmm.
look like a hybrid of Davina,
Mm-hmm.
Fiona
Uh-huh.
slash like a um sexy wife
Mm-hmm.
slash um
Lyric,
Dolce.
possibly.
Nah, I
Ah.
would say Do.
Oh,
I would say
Dolce.
Dolce.
Okay. So it's a
The
combination
kind
of
of
who? Sexy wife, Davina, who else? Dulce, and who's the other one?
Fiona.
Fiona. Fiona Ryder. Gotcha.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah. This is going to be exciting. This is going to be exciting because, as usual, Tilly rules are, we'll know more about them. I ain't going to say too much. I was trying to get her on the show, but she's doing something, so it's cool. It's not a big deal. So
Yeah.
people,
Same here.
so
Same
people,
here. So
yeah. So people, if you want to sponsor that fight, as usual, with Tilly Town, $50. Y'all know the deal. Y'all know what y'all gotta do. $50, and then make sure you send it and make sure she sees it. She'll see it, but make sure you send it to the right address, which is tillymcrease at gmail.com. I think. I know she's not using
are you
PayPal.
sure?
That's what she wrote on her poster.
Tilly McReese at gmail.com.
Yeah,
Oh,
or she has other options too. You can also put in her Cash App. I think she has Cash App. There's a few things there. You know how these producers are these days. They have more than one way to locate.
okay.
But that's what she put on her poster. And oh yeah, shout out to Xlob who did the poster for us for Sweet Fights and Tilly Town. I gotta give him a shout out because it looks fantastic. Yes,
Yeah.
TaylorMcGrease@gmail.com. Yeah, the posters look awesome of the two ladies. I'm talking about Mandy May
Mhm.
and Queen Rouge. There's not much of a difference. This is one of those fights that both ladies are equally matched. I mean, when it comes to height and weight, I don't know about the fighting style. We'll find out.
Right. Right. Because with aggression and what's this in between the ears, yeah, we'll know for sure shortly. I'll put it that way.
For me, when we do, I'm doing somewhat of a preview, or I did a preview earlier on several websites. Let me put it. Aggression. I'm just saying some of the things to look out for because these are new ladies, so you don't know exactly what to be expecting. But stamina and endurance is definitely going to be a key for both of them because I think this is the first time that both of these ladies have done this kind of thing and going 20 minutes full on. As we all know, 20 minutes is full on without the other time you get a break. It's on is injured or or a submission. Other than that, the fight keeps going. So I encourage both ladies to, have fun on the mats, right? Keep each other safe because safety is number one, man. We don't want to see anybody get seriously injured or hit a camera well or something. So safety is important, and do what you got to do on the mats because, like I'm gonna say, you can be friends on the mat and after the match, but when you're on the mats, no friendship.
Yeah.
You're there to handle business. That's
Time
it.
to
That's all I'm
right.
saying.
Time to throw hands.
Exactly. As he would say, throw hands. That's what you do there.
Throw
And the
hands.
and the last one that's coming up is another Sweet Fights one, another one. His second one, the day after Tilly's, the 29th, is the returning fighter Angel. If anybody knows Angel, she fought Sarah Brooke on Sweet Fights, and she fought a new girl. So this will be her third fight. And then debut of Emma Ray, aka for people who don't know Emma Ray, she is a fresh fight fame. For people who
Yes,
don't know,
or Angelina Knight. That was
or
another name
Angela,
for her.
yeah, or as she was known as Angelina Knight.
Yes.
I'm not quite sure what to make of it because Angelina Knight or Emma Ray, I don't think she's had a fight since what? It's been 4 years, 3 years since she had a fight. I'm trying to
Well,
remember.
she
It's been a while.
had the match
Okay.
with Kim Chi. Now
Okay, let's count that.
the aggression level was not what this is going to be. Aggression level is going to be about maybe 2.5 times ramped up. So I
Mhm.
hope she's not eating her Wheaties. I hope she is ready, and I hope for a good fight. You know,
I agree. I agree with you. I hope for a good fight too.
because
We'll
I do
see.
know there's been a lot of talk. There's been a lot of talk, especially on her end and things of that nature. So
Yeah.
I'm hoping,
Yep.
yeah, because you have some fighters that be like, oh, they'll talk, and then when it comes time, so
Yep. Totally agree, man. Right? I totally agree with you. 100% agree with you on that one. I hope she brings it too, because Angel is pretty good, right? She's not that bad. The first fight is Sarah Brooke. Yeah.
she fought another girl to
I
Angel.
can't remember her name. I can't find the other girl's name, but she did beat the other girl. Her last
She
match
did
was the
beat
other
the
girl.
other
She
girl.
she won
Yes,
that one.
she won
She
that
won
one.
the other one. She won that one. Anybody knows when your first cat fights against Sarah Brooke, baptism by fire in every way. Baptism by fire. Sarah Brooke's gonna do so many things to you that you have not seen
Yes,
before.
yes, that it will not end
Let's put it
well.
that way.
But I will say, Angel, I think from the fact that she came back
Yep.
tells a lot about her as a person, as a fighter, and her character. Because you go with something like Sarah, but it's like you might be like, look, I'm not gonna do this. Ain't for me. This for the birds. Y'all can have this. I found
right?
another way to make income. But the fact that you came back and you won, just really says a lot about you. As
I agree. I agree with you, man. So well, this one should be a good one. I think all the sweet fights of things. I'm going to put sweet fights as thing because he's not. Most of his sponsorships is on a thing called Gumroad. So it's going to be like sweet fights at gumroad.com. So you have to make sure you follow him if you want to get the information. You have to follow him because he's on Gumroad. Oh, by the way, Tilly's on Gumroad too.
oh,
Yes.
really? She's on Gumroad.
Yeah, she's on there too. I just saw her thing. She had a video. Yeah, she's on Gumroad. Go ahead.
For some reason, I thought I had Sweet Fights Twitter information on here that I could have.
Take
You
your
can
time.
keep
You can look
talking.
for
I'm
it.
gonna try to see. Well, I'm gonna try
Yeah,
to
go
look.
ahead. So yeah, so people on Gumroad is Tilly's on there, Sweet Fives is on there, Adam, Chris, and Mexican Cat Fight. Those five are on there. And for people like wrestling, Queen Rita, who's doing the LFC, she's on that one. And so is who else is on there? There's another person on there. Models Wrestling from France is also on Gumroad, man. Gumroad is making bank because again, people are prominent names on there. It's craziness.
Mm-hmm.
So that's all I
But
have to
then we
say about that.
say that about some of the others like Patreon and different ones,
True.
until
Let's see.
they
I mean,
come
right
out.
now it's booming. Like you said, right now it's
Wow.
booming. Let's see what happens in the next few months. See if they can gather that momentum still. But Gumroad seems like it's a nice place for the us the consumers to it's like a cheaper version than clips for sale. So it's working out. So we'll see. So far it's working out. We'll see. Also, I'm going to promote some other people here.
All right.
Reagan, yeah, go ahead. Reagan has a thing coming up with Kitty Claus, which is a custom with all kinds of girls. I think Tilly's in there, Reagan's in there, just like 4 or 5 different girls called a model. What's it called? Model Down South. Is that what it's called? ModelDownSouth.com. So that's gonna be interesting. That's gonna happen June the 2nd through June the 6th. If you customers, if you want any customs, make sure you get them in quick because as you know, things move quick. Things fill up fast when it comes to customs. Uh, Also, Lady Oyanka is going to drop a video on February 1st for people who are Cat5 fans like myself. It's going to be very interesting to see what kind of clip she is talking about when it comes to cat fights. Because according to her, the cat fights will be in June this year. So watch out for that clip on February 1st, which is 8 days from now. So on her social media sites, which is Facebook, which is Instagram, which is Twitter, which is, so on and so forth. So make sure to check that out. Yeah, make sure you check that out when y'all get a chance. So yeah, the contact information for our Sweet Fights is on the screen. So these are the two main cat fight people these days. I've seen who else is trying to. There's some other people trying to come into this, but we shall see what becomes of that. Oh, I forgot. USA Jobbers, for people who don't know, is Alexander Hamilton. At one point, 3 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, she said she got some 17 by 17 mats. I guess she wants to do cat fights herself, and she was thinking about it. For all of you West Coast people, we'll see what becomes of that. Yes. Also, get the Sweet Fights on IG and Twitter.
I know. I'm in my looking. I see something about. Uh, I see it on. I don't know. You saw the thing about Little Rampage.
Yep.
Um, about her and Gia Love is supposed to be March 30th.
Is it supposed to be March 30th? From what I
Um,
know, they're trying to raise $3,000. From what I heard, for a real cat fight. From what I read, that's what I
okay,
read today. But you said March
okay,
30th. You said
March 30th. Yeah. Well, I guess if they raise the money, I guess then that would be the date because I see it on um Little Rampage's page. You know how like you put your header name and how some ladies they'll put on there what their next major event or whatever is.
Right.
Yeah, so that's what she put there. I'm looking on Gia's page now to try to find some kind of
Anything.
yeah. I'm just like I said, I don't see nothing off top. But Gia between her posts and reposts and re-reposts, um, she has so much going on, which is good
You ain't
for her.
kidding.
That right now I don't see it off top, but I'm sure there's some validity to it. Well, I would have thought she would have said something by now. It's just that she just have other events and venues that's going on right now.
So basically, what you're saying is we can only go off of a little Rampage's Twitter page right now. Is
Yeah.
that what you're saying? That's all we can say
Mhm.
at the moment.
Yeah.
Because one time
Till we
I
get
did
further
ask her, yeah,
confirmation.
I asked her about the thing. And when I asked her about if that fight between her and Lil Rampage was going to happen, at one point she said something to the effect of, uh, at the time they were raising about the number was 2,500 then, so it got raised to about 3,000. Like the estimated number went to like 3,000 now. So
Okay.
from 25, so another 500, but we'll see. We'll see if they can get the job done. It's up to us, the people, if right, because the last time we saw Gia Love, no one was impressed with her fight against Chikara in the rematch because the numbers are not doing very good. You
Mm-hmm.
saw the fight, so I'll let you talk about it. I
No,
I
no,
I didn't
there's
see it.
nothing to say.
I lost interest. Right,
Now, I
right.
know, speaking of Shakar, she was supposed to fight Alexa Brooke, but that got pushed back. I know Alexa had a death in the family, and so
Bingo.
that got pushed back.
The
Um,
thing is, that fight is going to happen in February. The question is, we don't know what the date is. It's supposed to be in February, though. I've been trying to get to what's her name. I've been trying to message Kira. You know how when you have a busy schedule, you ain't got no time to look. But yeah, I have some news. I have some news on some people. So I've tried to reach out to Sarah Brooke. So I tried to do a Twitter DM to see if I get an answer out of her. I'm I'm not going to hold my breath on that one. I just put it out there. I don't expect anything. Now, as for Alexa Brooke, I actually did reach out to her, and she gave me an answer. Let me pull it up. Let me pull it up real quick. Let me see. Let me be smart about what I'm going to say. 1 minute. Let me pull up my Twitter account because I did give her one of these messages real quick. Apologies, people. Let's see. Oh, okay, here we go. Da, 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 da. Okay, so this is what I said. I said something to the effect of, okay, Claus, do me a favor. Go to your Twitter account. Well, no, you can't see it. Hold up. I'm gonna see if I can put it on your list. 1 minute. Let me try something real quick.
well, you can share the screen, right? You can share your screen.
Okay, let me see. I haven't done it, but let me try this real quick. Not that one. That's not the one I was looking for. Ugh, that was terrible. That was not it. Oh, there we go. Ah, there we go. All right. Can you see it?
Okay.
Or attempt to see it?
Yep.
There you go. Okay, sorry. Let me get this out of here so I can do myself. Okay, so this is how. So this is. Let me see if I can make this bigger. Okay, that's what I said. I know that you got to fight Vika in Dallas and going through a lot of things in your personal life. I'm going to invite you to come on the Clem and Claus show sometime this year. Take your time. When you're ready, contact you or me. And her answer was, "Thank you. We will definitely talk soon. Hopefully," and I said, "Hopefully you have a safe flight back to North Carolina." That was yesterday. My answer. Thoughts?
Hey, love to have her on. Definitely, she's quickly become a legend in this business. I think, regardless of how everything turns out, I think she has definitely made her mark. She
Agree.
definitely made her mark. She definitely have made her mark in this business. Matter of fact, she was the person, the reason that we even had the discussion of how many fights do you have to be a legend?
Yep,
And
it was
it was
her.
like a half dozen. She was really
Yep,
one of the reasons, and she's blown past that number now.
agree.
But just it just a matter of can her body hold up, because
Correct.
it
Correct.
just yeah, it's not, you know yeah, it's not for the weak or the famished. Yep.
Definitely agree. Definitely agree with you. So yeah. So let's see if we can get that happen. Like you said, it's kind of sad that we couldn't get the two ladies on the show because it would have been good to talk to both of them, see what
Yeah.
their feelings are. But they're both ladies, which is Manny May and Queen Rouge, are busy ladies, and I think them was in D for the erotica thing. I think convention, like a porn star convention or something. So that might be why. And the other one is in Miami, I think. So hopefully we'll get. Hopefully, hopefully they're you know, some good direction. If what I've been told, I think Paisley Page Prince is hosting the fight. From what I've been told,
Where does Paisley live?
somewhere in Florida because she's hosting it. So I'm not quite sure. Oh,
Did
they said the
she
fight's in
not
Tampa, so maybe she's in Tampa.
did she not host the one when Reagan had the thing with Tilly? I thought that was in Houston. Or was
That was
that
in
in
Houston.
Florida?
No, that was in Houston.
And Paisley
That was
was the
different.
host for that too, was she not?
Yes, yes.
That's why
Paisley's
I'm
been
like,
hosting for quite a few things. The thing people don't understand is Paisley Prince is a promoter, a wrestling promoter. I think she has her own company too on the side. I think.
so she would rather promote than the fight. I mean, it's
Yeah,
your prerogative, your
yeah,
company. You can do what you want. But
yep.
I mean, I would love to have her on the show to discuss it, because that's an interesting niche that you don't see, you know.
I
And
would.
of course,
Yeah,
I'm
we
sure
need to. Yeah,
Paisley has fans of her own that may be like, hey, we're just coming to support because of your thing, or that you're hosting. I don't know how hosting works in the grand
I don't
scheme
either.
of things. I don't know how it works, but I'm always willing to listen and learn. Something I'm like,
Yeah,
but
we need to give her. We need to give her
it's
a text.
interesting,
Definitely,
interesting concept. It's an interesting concept. I'm like, hey, more
it
power
is.
to
It
you.
is. Like I said, we need to give her a ring and see what becomes of that. I don't think that's not a bad idea at all. Let's see. I'm trying to see if there's anything else. I'm not. I know the last show I tried to string out something. I don't think I have anything here.
I
Pretty
don't have
much.
nothing else.
With that being said, we're gonna wrap up the show early today, people. We're probably gonna get 40 minutes out of this. So my socials, as everybody knows. Oh, before I said it, let me get on the show. Our next show will be February 14th, I think. February
Yes, that's
14th.
Valentine's Day.
Oh,
Uh,
do we do a Valentine's Day?
yes, it's Valentine's Day. Unless you can call
I,
me saying that you got a hot date, and you'll be like, I couldn't make,
nah,
I couldn't
I
make it.
don't, man. That's Valentine's Day. Yeah. So yeah, Valentine's Day is the 14th, people. So as usual, 9:30 p.m. Go ahead.
Yeah, this is what I am going to challenge, and I will put it on Twitter. I would like for any of our fans between now and the next show, you could send a. We don't want folks just to drag on, so we'll say a 30-second clip, a 30-second
Yep.
clip of why you love catfights. So that way you can
Yes,
reflect
I
your
like
love for
this.
catfighting.
I like it.
A
I
thirty
agree. I
second
love it.
clip. You can DM it to me or to Clem on our social medias, and we'll take the best
Yep.
ones and we'll play them on the show.
Agree. Agree. Yes, and like the man said, make sure it's 30 seconds. We don't need like a monologue, 2-minute video or something. Tell us why you like catfights. Tell us how how you become a fan of catfights. That'd be good too.
Brevity is the soul of wit. So
Exactly. In other words, we're not looking for a long statement of why you became a catfight, why you love catfights. Just tell us how you got into catfights, and why you like it. That's it. And like the man said, we will take the best videos and play on the show on Valentine's Day, which is 9. And for that, people, the show is 9:30 p.m. As he's gonna put the monologue thing on the bottom eventually. 9:30 p.m. Eastern time, 8:30 Central time, 6:30 Pacific time. There we go. And people, this is the parts unknown. Now to the socials. So now I'm gonna go ahead and do my socials. As usual, Clem Kufo 3000 on Insta, Clem Kufo on Twitter. I ain't gonna talk too much about Facebook because I don't use Facebook that much anymore. On to you now.
For me, I'm trying to find mine. Did I
Take your
delete
time.
mine?
It's cool.
Oh, there it is.
Wow.
Mine is right above yours. Claus Webb on Twitter and IG. I still have the IG for now. I think the IG has its expiration date. Something's gonna expire. Yeah, so yeah.
I agree
So
with you.
yes, sir.
With that being said, yes, with that being said, for my partner Claus Webb, for myself, Clement Okufo, thank you fans once again for tuning in. And if you haven't tuned in, the video will be on YouTube. Y'all know what to do there. With that being said, from the parts unknown, we're out. Peace.
Peace. All right.